There are three things that are assured in life: death, taxes, and Nikola Jokic being top 3 in the MVP race. But at the beginning of the season, that really didn't look like that was going to happen. Early in the year, I made a video talking about how Nikola Jokic could win his third MVP because the argument that people used his previous two MVPs of that the fact that his team just wasn't winning enough for him to win it is completely null and voided this year. He was putting historical numbers, but his team was consistently a 6th to 8th seed in the Western Conference because Michael Porter Jr. and Jamal Murray were injured. Now with them coming back, the Nuggets are on a nice little run, and I think they're first in the Western Conference right now. But at the beginning of the season, he was only averaging 21 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, 8.9 assists, 1.5 steals, on 60% shooting, and 28% from 3. He was only taking 13 shots per game, and it looked like as time went on, he was just letting Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. get in rhythm as the season went on because he didn't really need to dominate for this team to consistently win games. Plus, you added a bunch of great role players like Bruce Brown and KCP that were also giving him pretty good production, and Aaron Gordon was having a career year. He really didn't need to be MVP Jokic. But with Michael Porter Jr. getting injured again, this team needed him to pick up the production a little bit more. And since November 22nd, Nikola Jokic has been absolutely freaking incredible.
Before I get started, hi, I'm FLB. We've been making basketball content on YouTube for a little minute now, and it's been picking up some traction lately. So, if you enjoy basketball content, I'm your guy. We post 4 times a week.
Since November 22nd, Nikola Jokic has been averaging 29 points per game, 12.1 rebounds, 9.9 assists, 1.5 steals, a little over half a block a game, taking 17 shots on 62% shooting and 37% from 3. You heard all of those numbers right. Not only is he one of the most efficient players to touch a damn basketball as he's leading the NBA in true shooting percentage, he's scoring 29 points per game while dishing out 9.9 assists in that span of time, consistently putting up some of the most insane stat lines I've ever seen, like that Christmas Day stat line of 41, 15, and 15. Only to be upstaged by Luka a couple days later with a 60, 21, and 10 game, but we're not going to get into that right now. But right now, it feels like him winning his third MVP is not only a huge possibility, it's inevitable. As the season goes on, guys like Jason Tatum may either fall off a little bit or his team's just going to consistently play to the level they are, but he's not going to be able to put up the same type of numbers Jokic is. He may score a little bit more, but the overall insane efficiency and domination of the advanced stats Jason Tatum won't do. But I feel like the voter fatigue may push him up into the MVP conversation, and the fact that his team is number 1 in the NBA also very much helps him. You have guys like Joel Embiid that I feel so bad for because he's forever stuck in purgatory behind these guys. It seems like another season where he's going to be top 3 in MVP voting and not even make All-NBA first team, and probably he's not even going to be an All-Star starter this season because for positional reasons he literally cannot start. And if you want the advanced numbers, he's leading the NBA in offensive rating. Well, he's 3rd, but it's behind his 2 teammates in Ken Davis, Caldwell Pope, and Aaron Gordon, which are a byproduct of him. So I'm counting that as him leading the NBA because those guys' numbers wouldn't be anywhere that close unless they're playing with him. He's leading the NBA in true shooting percentage, or no, he's 2nd behind Kevin Durant in true shooting percentage in that span of time. And his usage rating isn't even as high as it was a couple seasons ago, yet he's putting up better numbers in this span of time. The man is absolutely freaking insane. And he's about to become, the 3rd or 2nd? I think it's the 3rd. I think Larry Bird and Bill Russell did it, winning 3 MVPs in a row. But he's become the 3rd player in NBA history to do this. And I know people are going to be happy about it because I think this has gotten the least MVP hype of anybody I've ever seen. And people just act like he's just a normal guy. Or they don't act like he's a normal guy. But it just seems like he doesn't get the same amount of love and appreciation and hype that other guys that are doing some of the most historical things I've seen in a while. Because I don't know why. People just generally just don't. But as the season is getting on, guys are getting better and better. Michael Porter Jr. is getting healthier. And the Denver Nuggets continue to win. So if the Denver Nuggets manage to snag a top 3 seed, because I think they're the number 1 seed right now, and I predicted that they're going to win a bunch of regular season games anyway because this team is just too offensively talented. But also in that span of time, since November 22nd, they have also been a top 10 defensive team in the NBA, which is something unprecedented. I thought that the numbers that they were, bottom 10 in the NBA would just fix themselves to about middle of the pack as the season went on. I didn't expect them to be top 10 at any single point in the season, but if that keeps up, this team's going to ring off a couple games to the point where they're going to snag the number 1 seed in the Western Conference pretty convincingly. And if that's the case, it's literally going to be a two-man race between him and Jason Tatum at that point. Joel Embiid, with the amount of numbers he's putting up, just simply is not going to win it because Nikola Jokic is just the better center at this point. Kevin Durant is putting up some historical numbers, and the Brooklyn Nets are winning crazy games right now. So I guess you can add him as the third guy behind that. And Jason Tatum obviously is, winning a bunch of games. Luka Doncic is putting up some crazy numbers, but they simply just are not winning. But yeah, this just seems like it's inevitable for him to win his third MVP. It doesn't seem like there's anybody that can stand in his way. As the season does go on, he's only averaging like 25, 11, 9. Did I just say only? But he's averaging that cumulatively for the entire season. I can expect that his end of season numbers to look like these past 17 games of 29, 13, and 10. I expect that. And if the season keep going on this way, it's very possible that we can have a third player all time that averages a triple-double for a full season. I feel like it's inevitable at this point that either him or Nikola Jokic is going to at least do it once. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think Nikola Jokic can pull this off? Do you think he can win his third MVP in a row? Where do you think the Denver Nuggets may end up in the end of the season? I truly believe he can actually do it. But, some people are, contrarians, and they may either pick Kevin Durant or Jason Tatum because they want to... It's voter fatigue. They don't want to see him win his third in a row. With that being said, this is FLB. Like and subscribe. We post 4 times a week. But I'm out.